Hello. This quick video on the new Onelake REST catalog API. So three things you need to know. The URL is global, and the second thing, it's read-only, and it's coming soon. It's not yet in production, and maybe the fourth one, it's integrated with Entra ID, like Azure, also known as Azure ID. So basically, it uses your email to get the token. So which is fantastic. Here, just for because I'm running it from my laptop, you can use any engine that understand Iceberg REST API, and there are a lot of them. For me, I'm just using BackTB for convenience. So there's a trick here. If, for example, if you run this inside your notebook, you get automatically the Azure storage token, so you don't need to think about it. But in a notebook, you have two options. Either you do interactive, which is basically when you click run, it will open a window and then you select your email. Or if you use something like Azure CLI, then you get it automatically. So here I'm generating some data. It's calendar data for writing Iceberg. Again, because it's read-only, I'm using my SQLite as just like a catalog, and I'm writing the table, which is Iceberg table, and here I'm writing another table. I'm just adding underscore delta and underscore iceberg. But here I'm writing using delta. So for the read, that's the interesting part. So here I'm just mounting the endpoint. You just pass the URL endpoint, which is fixed, and then the token, which is as environment variable. Here, this is my lakehouse. Notice here the format of the lakehouse. So it's workspace slash lakehouse. Just for convenience, try not to put like space into the workspace and the lakehouse. Otherwise, you need to have like the GUID, which is like a long ID. So just for convenience, just stick to one. Like here in my example, my workspace is meme test and the lakehouse is test. Okay, yeah. So you have a nice like table views, and then you select which schema you want to use. And then here, just to be clear, I'm reading Iceberg table using Iceberg client, which is like the basic combination, and it works. Now I'm reading the delta table using Iceberg. And the way it works, because Onelake behind the scene, if you have a delta table and you try to read it using Iceberg, automatically it will generate new metadata, which is awesome. The other combination is if you write an Iceberg table, let's say from Snowflake, then inside Fabric you can just read it as a delta table. And again, the same thing. Onelake will automatically generate the metadata. So yeah, it's I love it. Especially, I like that the URL is global, so it's less thing to think about. And authentication, I use a lot of Iceberg REST API implementation, and authentication is always a pain. So that's awesome. Obviously, I hopefully the next step is to add write support, then it will be fantastic. So the beauty of this whole thing is the lakehouse is behaving more like a database with just SQL semantic. And I think this is fantastic because basically the storage is becoming smarter. There are some stuff that you expect from a database, and now there is like a fine line, like what's mean even a database and what is storage, and that's exciting. I love this thing. So yeah, awesome work. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for listening. Bye.